The Toronto Argonauts have known for almost 2 months that they were going to get first place in the East Division and a bye to the division final. What was left to be decided in this one was, could they get win number 16, a franchise record and a tie the all-time record by only Edmonton of 1989 to get to a record of 16-2. Impressive the way they did it, Dwayne, especially because, let's face it, in the standings, these final 6 games didn't mean that much to them.
Yeah, they spent a third of their season basically managing to do their best to keep momentum, but trying to keep people like Chad Kelly healthy for the playoffs. So Kelly doesn't play in this one. He's their most outstanding player nominee. But it's all about people stepping up and finding ways to get a win. You saw the Mason Pierce pick 6. Dejon Brissett comes up with a huge touchdown pass, a guy who's had more yards this season than he had in his career to date. Can't say enough about the job Ryan Dinwiddie has done throughout his time as the Toronto Argonauts head coach. Obviously a Grey Cup champion already, winning 70% of his games. But the difficult job of managing things down the stretch this year, they did it without losing momentum going into the playoffs and just added to their depth in terms of their talent. They got production from so many different people, showed so many different ways to win. A really impressive year overall for Dinwiddie and the Toronto Argos.
Yeah, here is the head coach, Ryan Dinwiddie, standing by with Claire Hanna.
First of all, congratulations, Ryan. Only one other team in CFL history has had 16 wins in a season. What does this mean to your organization?
It means a lot. It means a lot for our players, right? So proud of those guys to fight through all the stuff, and I push them hard, and they respond. And it's nice to see the players taking ownership and working so hard each week to understand the process of it, what it takes to win.
You've always said that the process was going 1-0, but how have you kept these guys focused week in and week out?
Well, that's where we had a great locker room. So it took us a while to build a locker room. We have it built now with, great men, great work ethic. And, they responded tonight. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but we found a way to win.
Your guys tried to get you with an ice bath, with a Gatorade. How did you avoid that?
Well, I looked down, the camera guy showed up. I said, there's got to be something. I looked back, and I said, I'm not having that. And I told those guys, that's for the last game of the year, right? Not the last game of the regular season. So I'm glad I didn't get it because it's not deserved until you win the championship.
Now, as you look to the future and the East Final, you've always talked about legacy. What do you want this team's legacy to be?
Well, we got to win the Grey Cup. I mean, you look at the NFL, for example, the Patriots win 16-0, and then they didn't win the Super Bowl. No one recognizes that, right? So we got to win the Eastern Final, and then we got to win the Grey Cup to be one of the legacy teams. But we did our job in the regular season, but we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of ways to improve.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, Claire.
And to his point as well, that team in Edmonton, 1989, they won 16 games, did not win the Grey Cup. They lost in the division final. So 18 wins is now the magic number for the Argos, beginning in 2 weeks' time in the Eastern Final against either the Alouettes or the Hamilton Tiger Cats.